keep your picture face down in a drawer, but your smile bleeds through like it did before. I tell the world that I'm doing fine, but the truth hides deep between the lines. I laugh in rooms where your name might fall. Everyone says time will set me free, but they don't see the parts of you in me. So I'm crying where you can't see me, in the dark where the hurt can't breathe. Every tear says you don't need me, every breath feels hard to reach. You moved on so easy, cleanly, like love was just a memory. I'm strong when you're nowhere near me, but I'm crying where you can't see me. I wear your hoodie like a second skin, pretend it's you that I'm wrapped up in. Your side of the bed stays cold and white like a winter storm I can't survive. I talk to shadows on the wall, your echo answers every call. I tell my friends I'm finally okay, and fall apart when they look away. So I'm crying where you can't see me, behind closed doors on broken knees. Every song turns into our story, every word tastes bittersweet. You found a new forever easy, while I drown in what used to be. You'll never know how much you bleed me. I'm crying where you can't see me. If letting go means losing you, then teach my heart what heart should do. Cause mine still waits for your return, and every tear I have to learn. Love doesn't ask, it just lets go, and leaves the truth you didn't show. I'm crying where you can't see me, no spotlight on this misery, just quiet rooms and memories, and all the words you didn't mean. I'm crying where you can't see me, where your name still bends my knees. You'll never feel how you undone me, you'll never hear this silent plea. I'll smile if ever you need me, so you'll think I'm finally free. But I'm still crying where you can't see me. You said goodbye like it was clean, like love just fades and disappears. But every word you left with me still echoes through the years. I watched you walk into the night while I stood frozen in the rain. You crossed a line and called it right, I crossed my heart and called it pain. They say time fixes everything, but time just taught me how to bleed in silence. It was a goodbye that never healed, a wound I learned to hide and feel. I let you go, but not the truth, not the part of me that loves you. I moved on in every way, except the nights I call your name. A goodbye that never healed. I folded us into a song that no one else would understand. I tried to prove that I was strong, stay unfinished inside. Even when we say goodbye, it was a goodbye that never healed, still written in the way I feel. I found my strength, I found my ground, but your memory still comes around. I survived, but that's not all. Some hearts don't heal, they just grow tall around the fall. It was a goodbye that never healed. So if you ever wonder why I still go quiet when you're near, remember this: some goodbyes don't disappear. I learned to breathe without a sound when my heart was breaking loud. I smiled just enough to pass so no one saw me falling down. I hid your name inside my chest like a secret I can't free. I learned to hold my tears inside so the world wouldn't see me bleed. They say be strong, don't let it show, so I bury what I know. But pain doesn't disappear, it just learns how to stay low. I learned to cry silently with my head held high, tears falling on the inside, where no one hears my cries. I learned to love quietly after you said goodbye. I don't break in front of anyone. I learned to cry silently. I still feel you in empty space where your arms used to be. Every memory knocks at night asking if I'm still me. I talk to ghosts of who we were, like they'll answer me. I gave you all I had to give, you left the rest with me. I tried to scream but nothing came, so silence learned my name. If healing's meant to take time, why does every second need? I learned to cry silently behind closed doors and smiles. I walk through days pretending fine, but I'm broken all the while. I learn to miss you quietly so no one asks me why I don't fall apart in public. I learned to cry silently. If love was meant to save us both, why did it drown me instead? I gave you my forever, you gave me words you never meant. I learned to cry silently, but it still hurts the same. The tears I never let fall still know your name. I'm healing slow and perfectly, learning how to survive. I'm still here, still breathing, but I learn to cry silently. Maybe one day I'll cry out loud and finally let it go. But until then I'll hold my pain and let the silence know. You left without a final scene, no slam door, no shattered truth, just quiet nights and empty sheets, and all the things I never told you. Your jacket's still behind my chair, I You might need it from the cold. I swear I try not to go there, but loving you is all I know. You walked away, my world stood still. I let you go, but my heart didn't. I lost you, but kept loving you like a habit I can't break. Every smile hides the truth, every breath still says your name. You're gone, but you live in me, in every song, in everything. I learned to live without your touch, but I lost you and kept loving you. I see your face in strangers' eyes, hear your laugh in passing cars. I tell myself I'm doing fine, but missing you is who I am. Say time heals, but time just taught me how to hide the scars you made. I moved on with my life somehow, but my heart stayed in yesterday. You found your way to something new. I stayed behind with missing you. I lost you, but kept loving you through every lonely night. I pretended I was stronger, but I still break inside. You're gone, but you live in me like a quiet tragedy. I learned to smile, I learned to cope, but I lost you and kept loving you. Maybe loving you is my goodbye, the only way I know to let you go. If my heart could speak the truth tonight, it would say I loved you more than you'll ever know. I don't wait for you to return, I just carry what we were like a flame that never died. Just learn to burn without the light. I lost you, but kept loving you, and I should've let it fade. I built a life, I moved ahead, but love doesn't obey. You're gone, but you live in me, in the pieces you left incomplete. I don't need you to come back, my love. I lost you, but kept loving you. Some loves don't end, they just change shape, and this one stayed even after you walked away. We started out like something real, two hearts, one open door. You said forever like you meant it. I believed in more, but slowly I became the only one still fighting for the flame. You were already halfway gone while I was saying your name. I held on when the nights grew cold, told myself you'd stay. I loved you through the quiet signs that you were slipping away. I loved alone at the end, when you were already distance like a language I should have known. Every smile felt like a memory, every touch felt borrowed, gone. I kept fixing what you broke, calling it compromise. You stopped seeing me as home, I stopped seeing through your lies. They say love takes two hearts, but I was loving for us both. I stayed loyal to a future you quietly let go. I loved alone at the end, when you were already free. I was holding on to us while you let go of me. I gave you all I had to give until there was nothing left to send. You left before the goodbye. I loved alone at the end. If loving you was my mistake, it was honest, it was true. I don't regret the way I love, I regret it wasn't true. I wish you'd said you were done, instead of letting me pretend that we were still together. While I loved alone at the end. I loved alone at the end, through every silent fight. I stayed when it was breaking. You left before the night. I held the weight of all our dreams while yours were already bent. I didn't lose you suddenly. I was alone at the end. Now I'm learning how to love again without losing who I am. But I'll always remember the truth. I loved alone at the end. Learned your shadows before your light. Listen to your name in the quiet of night. I laughed when you spoke of someone new, like my heart didn't already belong to you. I stood beside you, just out of view, holding feelings I never told you. Every word I swallowed burned my chest. Every smile was me doing my best to pretend this ache wasn't real, to hide everything I feel. I loved you in silence, I loved you alone, with words unspoken and tears unknown. I cheered for your happiness, dying inside. Watch you walk forward while my heart stayed behind. You never heard my heart break in two, 'cause I loved you in silence, loving you. I memorized the way you breathe, every dream you didn't see. I kept my hope like a secret crime, punished by waiting, wasting time. I was always there when you'd fall apart, but never the one you chose with your heart. I played the role of just a friend while my love was reaching its end. I was close enough to feel your pain, but too far to say your name. I loved you in silence, I loved you till love turned to pain, till your happiness became my chain. I let you be free, even if it broke me. That's how deep my love had to be. You'll never know how much I gave. I loved you in silence to the grave. Now I whisper goodbye, till the love that was true. You never heard it, but it was always you. I put your needs before my breath, called it love, ignored the rest. I dimmed my light so you could shine, lost myself to keep you mine. I bent my truth to match your pain, wore your storms like they were rain. I stayed quiet when I broke, just to keep the peace we spoke. I thought love meant losing me, if it meant keeping you. I loved you more than myself, more than my pride, more than my health. I gave you pieces I couldn't replace, watch my reflection fade away. I thought that love was sacrifice, so I paid the highest price. I didn't mean to lose myself, I just loved you more than myself. I apologize for things you did, held your guilt like it was mine. I forgave you every time, while my heart fell behind. I learned your silence like a song, learned how to call neglect strong. I waited for your hand to reach, while I stood just out of reach. I confused pain with loyalty, and absence with destiny. I loved you more than myself, more than my pride, more than my health. I gave you pieces I couldn't replace, watch my reflection fade away. I thought that love was sacrifice, so I paid the highest price. I didn't mean to lose myself, I just loved you more than myself. And you meant breaking me, then maybe love shouldn't hurt this deep. I would still choose you, that's the truth, but now I choose myself too. I'm learning how to stand alone and call my heart my own. I loved you more than myself, but I won't do that again. I'm picking up what I left behind, finding my strength within. I still care, I always will, but I won't lose myself again. I loved you more than myself. I'm learning how to live. This isn't hate, this isn't blame, it's just the truth I couldn't say. I learned your fears before you said them, Read your silence like a sign. I stayed up late just to hear your voice while you slept just fine. I bent my heart around your rough edges, called the bruises proof. You never saw how much I gave. I loved you more than you knew. But I never asked for more than you had, but I gave more than I should. I hid my hurt behind your smile like a lover always would. I loved you more than you knew, in ways I never showed. I broke myself to keep you whole, and never let it show. I stayed when walking away would have saved me too. I loved you louder in my heart. I loved you more than you knew. I defended you when no one else made it. Excuses for your name. I turned your distance into hope and called it love, not pain. I learned to need you quietly so I wouldn't scare you away. I asked for less and less of you, and still you couldn't stay. I spoke in patience, not in cries, in actions, not in blame. But love shouldn't mean disappearing just to keep someone the same. I loved you more than you knew. Through every silent night, I carried all our broken dreams and told myself I'm fine. You never noticed I was fading, trying to stay true. I loved you with my whole heart. I loved you more than you knew. If loving you was my mistake, I'd still make it again, because my heart was honest, even at the end. I loved you more than you knew, but I'm learning to let go. I don't regret the love I gave. I regret I loved alone. One day you might look back and see what we once knew. I loved you with everything. I loved you more than you knew. I don't need you to understand or say you love me too. I just need to forgive myself for loving you the way I do. You used to look at me like home, like I was where you'd stay. Now your eyes pass right through me, like I'm in the way. Your laugh sounds like a stranger's. Your touch feels miles away. I'm standing next to who you are, missing who you used to be. You're still here, but you're not the same, and that hurts more than goodbye. I'm mourning someone still alive while pretending I'm fine. I miss the person you used to be, the one who chose me every day, the one who held me like forever before forever slipped away. I'm loving memories instead of you, and that's what's breaking me. I don't miss what we the person you used to be. We talk like careful strangers, avoiding every truth. I memorize your silences like I'm used to do. You say people change so easily, like love just fades with time. But I didn't change my feelings, I just learned how to cry. I stayed hoping you'd come back to the you I knew before, but waiting for someone to return just leaves you wanting more. I miss the person you used to be, the way your voice said my name, the way you'd fight for us before you stopped trying the same. I held on longer than I should, believing you'd still see. I don't miss what we are now. I miss the person you used to be. If loving you means grieving someone who's still here, then this is the hardest goodbye I never got to hear. I miss the person you used to be, but I can't keep chasing ghosts. I loved you for who you were then, and that's what hurts the most. Now I'm learning how to let go of the past you left with me. I'll always miss the person you were, but I have to set me free. I don't hate who you became, I just miss who you were to me. You still wear the same face, I know, but your eyes don't feel like home. You say my name, but something's gone, like I'm holding on alone. You laugh, but it doesn't reach your heart. You're here, but we're worlds apart. I trace the lines of who you are, trying to find where we fell apart. I don't blame you, I don't fight, I just miss the way you looked at me at night. I miss who you used to be, when love came easy, honestly, when my tears were yours to dry, when you still tried, when you still tried. I miss that you stayed with me before you drifted quietly. You're still here, but not with me. I miss who you used to be. You say we're fine, we'll be okay, but your heart is somewhere else today. You touch my hand like it's a chore, not like it was before. We talk about the weather now, avoid the truth we both allow. I'd rather hear you say goodbye than love me with a half-closed eye. I'm losing you while you're still near. That's the hardest kind of fear. turned to doubt. Before the love just burned out. You didn't leave, you just changed, and I'm still loving what remains. You're still here, but not with me. I miss who you used to be. Don't miss the goodbye. I miss the way you loved me before you loved me. Wake up, fix my face for the day, put on courage like makeup and clothes. I answer fine when they ask me how I'm doing. I smile so no one knows. I walk through rooms full of laughter while my heart moves slow and heavy inside. Every joke is a shield I carry, every silence a place where I hide. I learned how to laugh through the ache, how to breathe with the heart that breaks. I smile so no one knows how much I'm hurting alone. I carry your name in my chest like a secret carved into stone. I don't let the tears overflow, I don't let the cracks even show. I'm falling apart on my own. I smile so no one knows. I still hear your voice in my head every night when the world goes still. I replay the words we never finished, the love that never learned to heal. They say time will soften the edges, but time just taught me how to pretend. I'm strong in front of everyone else, then break when the day finally ends. I keep my pain out of sight, I cry when no one looks at night. I smile so no one knows how much I'm hurting alone. I carry your love like a wound that never learned how to close. I don't let the tears overflow, I don't let the cracks even show. I'm screaming in silence at home. I smile so no one knows. If you ever wonder why I changed, why my eyes don't shine the same, it's 'cause loving you taught my heart how to break without a sound. I didn't wanna be a burden, didn't wanna be weak or slow, so I hid my pain behind a grin and learned how to let you go. I smile so no one knows how deep your absence goes. I lost myself loving you, but I never let it show. I stand so calm, I stay composed while my heart is coming undone. I'm dying quietly inside. I smile so no one knows. Maybe one day I'll smile for real, and this ache will finally go. But until that day, I survive this way. I smile so no one knows. I learned how to laugh when it hurt inside. Turned my tears into places to hide. They asked me if I'm doing okay. I said I'm fine every day. I wore your name like a disguise, cover the truth behind my eyes. If loving you was my mistake, then smiling was the price I paid. I kept it together just enough to look like I was strong. I smiled through the pain so no one would see me break. I danced in the rain while my heart was slipping away. I held it all in, I played the game, said I was over you, but I stayed the same. I smiled through the pain. I packed our memories away, still felt them every day. Every song we used to play still knows my name. I stopped calling late at night, told myself I'd be alright, but loneliness has a way of calling out what we don't say. I learned to breathe without you near, but not without the fear. I smiled through the pain so no one would see me break. I danced in the rain while my heart was slipping away. I held it all in, I played the game, said I was over you, but I stayed the same. I smiled through the pain. If being strong means standing alone, then strength has never felt like home. I'd rather cry than fake okay, but I didn't know another way. So here I am, letting it show what I was too afraid to know. I smiled through the pain, but I don't have to anymore. I'm done wearing love like a mask I can't ignore. I'm learning to heal, learning to change, letting the tears fall when they wanna stay. I smile through the pain, and if you see me smile now, it's real, not survival. I tied my pain behind my eyes, learned how to laugh, learned how to lie, answer good when they asked my name, like nothing inside me was breaking the same. I wore my strength like borrowed skin, held myself together barely in. Every night I let the silence in. That's where all the truth begins. When the lights go out and I'm alone, I feel how much I've really lost. I smiled while falling apart, held the pieces of my heart, so no one saw the cracks in me. I made it look so easily. I danced through days, I cried in the dark. I smiled while falling apart. I packed your memory in a box, labeled it done, but it's still unlocked. Your name still lives in songs I avoid, in every quiet I can't destroy. I healed out loud, but hurt in secret. Played I'm okay till I believed it. I became someone strong enough to hide how much I still miss us. I learned to breathe through silent screams and broken dreams. I smiled while falling apart, covered wounds like works of art, so no one saw the mess inside. I wore my brave, I swallowed pride. I laughed out loud but broke my heart. I smiled while falling apart. If they knew how close I am to tears, how I fight my way through fears, would they still say I'm doing fine? Would they hear the cracks in every line? I didn't wanna be a burden, so I learned how to hurt the hurting. I smiled while falling apart, loved you with a shattered heart. I let you go, I stayed the same, learning how to live with pain. One day I'll heal, I swear I'll start. But tonight I smile while falling apart. If you see me laughing, know it's hard, painted over a breaking heart. I painted courage on my face, like no one would ever know. I laughed a little louder just to hide the cracks below. They asked me how I've been lately. I said I'm doing fine, but every smile I gave away was covering goodbye. I learned how to play okay like it was something true, but every moment in between was leading back to you. I smiled while missing you, like it didn't tear me apart. I said your name inside my head and felt it hit my heart. I kept my tears when no one knew, pretended I was strong and new. I smiled while missing you, but I was breaking too. Your memory still knows my hands, still fits me like a scar. I see you in the quiet things and wishes in the dark. I folded all the what ifs and locked them in a drawer, but late at night they find me right outside smile, I'm still missing you. I'm still missing you. You packed your silence in a single breath. Said you needed space, I heard goodbye instead. Your eyes were somewhere I couldn't go. Already gone, but moving slow. I held the door you didn't close. Like love could change what you already chose. You left me standing in between what we were and what we'd never be. I watched your promises fall apart, still try to hold them in my heart. I stayed when you left without a sound, when your world stopped turning around. I stayed through nights that never slept, through every tear I never wept. You found your freedom, I found regret. I stayed when you left. I learned your absence by the pain, learned how to breathe inside the rain. Every message I never sent still lives in words I never meant. You said it's not that I don't care, but love was gone before you were. I kept the pieces of your name while you walked off without the blame. I begged my heart to let you go, but love doesn't listen when it's slow. I stayed when you left without a sound, when your world stopped turning around. I stayed through nights and never slept, through every tear I never wept. You found your freedom, I found regret. I stayed when you left. Maybe loving you was my mistake, or maybe I was too afraid, afraid to lose the only thing that ever made me feel okay. If staying broke me, that's the truth. I lost myself trying not to lose you. I stayed when you left me halfway whole, with your name carved into my soul. I stayed when hope was all I had, when loving you still hurt this bad. You chose yourself, I chose the past. I stayed when you left. So if you ever wonder why I still ache when you say goodbye, remember this: I stayed. I held the door while you let go, like love was something you outgrew. You packed your silence in a bag and left me there with all the truth. The clock kept ticking on the wall, like nothing changed that day. But something in my chest went quiet when you turned and walked away. I memorized your last I'm sorry, like it would make you stay. I kept believing as well. You were already halfway. I stayed when you walked away. I fought for what you couldn't say. I held our dreams with shaking hands while you erased our plans. You chose the road without my name. I chose the love, I chose the pain. I stayed when you walked away, and I'm still here, not okay. I learned how to sleep on my side so I don't reach for you. I tell myself I'm doing fine, like lies can make it true. Your absence speaks in everything, in songs and passing cars. You left with all your freedom, I stay with all the scars. They say I should have seen it coming, but love makes you believe that holding on a little longer means you won't have to grieve. I stay when you walked away. I fought for what you couldn't say. I held our dreams with shaking hands while you erased our plans. You chose the road without my name. I chose the love, I chose the pain. I stayed when you walked away, and I'm still here, not okay. And I'm still here, not if loving you was a mistake, it's one I make again. Because even in the breaking, you were my almost, and I don't regret the way I loved. I regret you didn't stay. I gave you all I had to give. You gave up and walked away. I stayed when you walked away. When every sunset let you go, I stood alone in the wreckage of the life we didn't grow. You found peace in leaving me. I found pain that wouldn't fade. I stayed when you walked away, and I'm learning how to stay. Maybe one day I'll let you go, like you let go of me. But tonight I'm still right here where you promised we'd be. I stood in the doorway of our silence, waiting for a sign. You said you needed just some space. I gave you all of mine. I kept the lights on in your absence, like you were coming home. I held the weight of both our hearts so you wouldn't feel alone. I believed in what we promised, even when it hurt. I kept choosing us in secret while you chose what came first. I stayed while you let go. I fought when you were done. I built a future in my chest. You were already gone. I loved you through the distance, through every high and low. I stayed while you let go, and it broke me slow. I defended you in conversations. You weren't part of it anymore. I called your silence busy days, like I had done before. I learned to read your fading words like warnings I ignored. I was holding on to memories couldn't cope. If love is meant to be equal, why was I alone? I carried all the weight of us like it was my own. I stayed while you let go, but I won't stay anymore. I'm learning how to choose myself like I never did before. I loved you with my whole heart. That was never wrong. I stayed while you let go. Now I'm moving on. I don't regret the way I loved. I regret I stayed too long, trying to save what we once were, when you were already gone. Kept the light on by the door like you'd still come back home. Every night I told myself, tomorrow you'll call my phone. I defended you in empty rooms when they said let it go. I made excuses for your silence, longer than you'll ever know. I read between the lines of nothing, hoping I was wrong. I turned your distance into faith and called it being strong. I waited longer than I should for a love already gone. I held on tight to maybes while you were moving on. I gave you time, I gave you space, I gave you all of me. I waited longer than I should for you to choose me. I memorized the sound of hope in every little sign. A scene without a reply felt better than goodbye. I stayed loyal to your shadow while you found someone new. I kept believing in us when it was only me and you. They say love knows when to leave, but mine didn't know how. I thought patience would save us, I know better now. I waited longer than I should for a love already gone. I held on tight to maybes while you were moving on. I gave you time, I gave you space, I gave you all of me. I waited longer than I should for you to choose me. If loving you was my mistake, it was one I made with grace. I stayed true to what I felt, even when it broke my faith. I don't regret the way I loved, I regret I couldn't see that choosing you meant losing me. I waited longer than I should through every silent night. I turned my pain into patience and called it a fight. You never asked me to stay, but I did it anyway. Oh, I waited longer than I should, and kept the light on every night, like you might change your mind. Your name was still my morning prayer, even after all this time. The door stayed closed, the clock stood still, counted every sound. I stayed right where you left my heart, but you never came back around. They said don't wait forever, but love made me believe that holding on was faith and leaving was defeat. I waited where you never returned, with hope in empty hands. I built a future in my head you never planned. I called your name in every room, but silence answered me. I waited where you never returned, and it slowly broke me. I defended you in conversations you weren't part of anymore. I told myself you were just lost, like I had done before. Your promises turned into ghosts that haunted every night. I held on to what we used to be while you erased our life. I stayed faithful to a memory you had already outgrown. I was living for your maybe while you were moving on. I waited where you never returned, through every lonely year. I smiled through the questions and hid my fear. I kept believing love would win if I just stayed true. I waited where you never returned, still loving you. If love is patience, I had plenty. If love is pain, I paid the price. I loved you like a forever. You loved me like a phase. I waited where you never returned, until my heart gave in. I learned that waiting doesn't mean you're fighting to win. Now I'm letting go of the place where I lost myself to you. I waited where you never returned, now I'm walking away too. The light is finally off tonight, the door is closed at last. I'm leaving on my way, not waiting, and the love that's in the past. I held the world up with a smile, said I'm okay when I wasn't fine. I fixed the cracks in everyone else while mine grew deeper over time. I listened when their hearts were breaking, gave my shoulder, gave my sleep. But every night I went home to a silence that swallowed me. They said you're strong, you'll be alright. So I learned how not to fall. I carried everyone's weight and never asked at all. I was strong for everyone but me. I kept my tears when no one saw. I stitched the wounds with my own hands, while mine just bled in the dark. I taught myself how not to need, how to stand when I can't breathe. I was strong for everyone but me. I laughed the loudest in the room, so no one heard my heart break. I told myself just one more day be okay. I became my own distraction so I wouldn't feel the pain. I called it strength, I called it love, but it felt more like chains. I stayed calm through every storm so no one saw me shake. I was everyone's safe place but never felt the same. I was strong for everyone but me. I hid the cracks behind my eyes. I made it look so easy just to make it through the night. I gave away the best of me until there was nothing left to see. I was strong for everyone but me. If being strong means breaking quietly, then I mastered every part. But even the strongest walls still fall apart. I was strong for everyone but me, until my heart couldn't pretend. I learned that loving everyone else doesn't mean losing who I am. Now I'm learning how to heal, how to finally let me be. I don't have to be strong forever, especially not for me. Tonight I lay my armor down, let my truth finally breathe. I was strong for everyone else. Now I'm learning to be strong for me. Now I'm learning to be strong for